Recording. And finally, we have May 2020 right around the corner, the first UFC in what feels like a lifetime. Waff, what do you got to say about these times?
Lockdown, coronavirus, the Wuhan. It's crazy times. We're about to get sun, and this is going to be a violent card. Violent.
Absolutely, and you've got all these cards that we're not able to go through, so you've got this glut of fighters ready to go and wanting the UFC to go through with this, and that's one thing that is not mentioned in a lot of these stories, is that the fighters, they really want to get out and fight. You have some of the best trained, most athletic people wanting to go and fight in the cage, and at a decimal chance that they might get sick, that there's a small chance that it could affect them. You know, they want to take it. They want to go ahead with their work, and they have the assurances that the UFC are going to go ahead and do everything they can to keep this safe. Because you know what, the pressure's on. If Dana screws this up, all the other sports are going to be looking on, and it's going to be on the UFC.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, the numbers are going to be huge. The fights themselves are going to be huge. If I don't understand, there's nothing going on. This is untapped real estate. The amount of pay-per-view buys that they should get for this is going to be insane. Like, I'm going to put it like this, okay, Rav? If you've never heard of anybody on the prelim fight, on the early prelim fight, or even the preliminary card, maybe you're not a big UFC watcher, I'm telling you right now, here's one for you. Vincent Luque, Nico Price, okay? Absolutely, literally retarded. Vincent Luque, striking, can go against Stephen Thompson. Not win, but he's up there. He's ranked. Nico Price, athletic as shit, explosive. Knocks people out in his guard. He's got people locked down, somehow still throwing punches with enough power to knock them out from guard. I guarantee you, that's my dark horse, exciting fight. Gonna surprise.
Yeah, and absolutely. And he had a win over Nico Price back in October 2017. So they're running it back, and we're going to see which of these fighters are able to move up. You know what, Waff? Actually, I want to cut this just because I didn't like the start. I think I kind of dragged on, didn't really say anything relevant. I want to just start that over.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a little less matter of fact and just a little more just kind of, you know.
Shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit.
Two vibes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm going to start that over again. All right, 3, 2, 1. And we have it. Rav Exel here, wanted to talk about UFC. I can't wait. I'm so starved for fights.
If this is a red panty night, okay?
Woo!
Call up your girlfriend. Tell grandma to stay home. It's gonna get wild.
All right, and we're going loud and we're going banging. First off, in the early prelims, you see any fights out of these 3 fights that people really should be wanting to watch?
I'll hit you with 2 names that any like less than casual fan's gonna know, right? Like if you don't watch a lot of UFC, you might not know Vincent Luque or Nico Price, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Nico Price, explosive, crazy as shit, kills people from the guard, has people in his guard, knocks them out, okay, like hammer fist. Vincent Luque fought Stephen Thompson. His striking is quality. He likes to bang. Nico Price likes to explode. It's gonna be warfare.
All right, I love it. And absolutely, folks, check out this Nico Price. Check out Nico Price knockout or Nico Price highlights, and you're going to see this awesome ground you've never seen before. This knockout where holding someone's body against the cage with your legs, and then using on the ground, using your arms to do a knockout. Look that up, Nico Price highlights. or Nico Price knockout. It's definitely worth it. I want to see my favorite nickname in the entire UFC, Michelle, the karate hottie Waterson, and whoa, she is hot. Woo!
Holy. Jeez.
There she is, showing everyone a picture of her. Like you said, what is she, a Jack Tequila? That's a Waffism. Yeah. I completely agree. Yeah. She's exactly that. And what really struck me to watching Michelle is watching how much of a complete fighter she is. Just a couple months ago, back up against Johanna Jędrzejczyk, currently number 5. And I just got a quick clip here showing about how she's manhandling here, or woman handling rather, the number 5 fighter in the world, continual title winner and fighter, Johanna here. Really, the only one who's been able to show her up is Amanda Nunes, and hell, she even kicked Cyborg out of the division. Look at this control that Waterson's able to get inside the 3rd round, and you know what? She gets the back again in the 5th, but it was mostly a kickboxing match, and well, when you're against Johanna Jędrzejczyk, first kickboxing match at 17, well, it's just a little bit too much, and she was able to get a 5-round decision. But Michelle Waterson, the real deal, the karate hottie, full complete fighter. She's got the ground. She was able to go 5 rounds and do well against Johanna. Not able to get the victory, but just being able to do that. Someone I definitely want to watch for. Who else you want to watch in this prelims card?
If you want ground. Maybe you're a ground guy. Maybe
love the ground, dude.
About that. I
Preach, man.
Too, but not everybody's a fan of it. But if you are, here are 2 juggernauts: Oleinik, Werdum. Werdum, ADCC champion. If you don't know what that is, get on the fucking dial-up. Contact somebody. Figure out how to do it. Phone it in. Get an encyclopedia. The shit's gonna happen. Someone's getting choked. One of them's going to take down. Is it going to be jiu-jitsu or is it going to be sambo? What's it going to be? I don't know. Could be anybody.
And Werdum's really fought the who's who in the division, notably
Fedor.
Exactly, getting the submission win over Fedor Emelianenko back when he was the last emperor, back in June 2010, when he was the number 1 fighter in the world. Submitted him 1st round.
It was something else. He doesn't. He's older now. He's less active. That's the only saving grace for Oleinik.
Yeah, a couple notable. Yeah, as you said, Oleinik very quite old. I believe he is 37 and 58 wins. Holds a number of submission records in the UFC and. Fabricio Werdum, a legend. He's just coming off a 2-year suspension where I believe he was popped for PPDs, and he did not look that great the last time he was in the UFC a couple years ago. And so we don't know what type of Werdum we're going to see, like best in the world on top, taking out the best in the heavyweight division, or you're going to get an older, more tired, looking to collect a paycheck. We're going to have to see, and we'll talk more about that later. But I tell you, an action fight waiting to happen. These 2 fighters only know the word go and forward. Anthony Pettis, Donald Cerrone. We'll take a quick look at their first fight. Didn't last that long, and we'll talk a little bit more, but here we're playing it from their first fight back about 6 years ago. Cerrone had only been beaten by Nate Diaz at that point, so 6-1 so far in the UFC. And here we're seeing one of the very few body knockouts.
Now, Donald Cerrone really grew after that fight. He went, but Anthony Pettis kind of they've been going opposite ways. Like Donald Cerrone's. I think he plateaued a little bit. I think his plateau right now is a little bit higher than Anthony Pettis. Something's going on with Pettis. Like maybe he got a taste of that good life, Rav.
Absolutely. Anthony Pettis, former lightweight champion, was fighting the best in the world a mere 2 years ago, but a couple of losses against Nate Diaz and Carlos Ferreira, who he was looking fairly good in that fight to start, but just let himself get choked, went for a takedown, and then you have a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, someone who makes other people in the division look weak in the jiu-jitsu game. And was able, just knocked him right out. But you really think that this fight is going to stay standing? I don't see either of these gentlemen taking it to the ground. Do you?
No, you're right. Hey, this is going to be. Do you think this is for the name value? I feel like this fight's for the name value fight. Kind of one of those things to get it bumping right before the main card. Like, hey, look at these two big names. You better watch the whole thing.
Well, just watch. You're going to see a different Donald Cerrone than you've seen him the last time out. That is a prediction. I'm willing to bet the farm on. You're going to see he's going to come out.
Off.
Absolutely.
He finally had more than like a month off.
He had 4 months off, which is a lot for him.
That's a lot for him. He was able to go jet skiing and probably duck hunting and probably drank a lot of Budweiser, and yeah, he's gonna come. I heard he's driving the RV up. He's already on his way.
All right, well let's swing over to the main card. What strikes you here in the main card, starting from the bottom of the card?
Not gonna talk. Greg Hardy's a goddamn NFL monster, but not interesting. Jeremy Stevens, Kevin Kattar. You know what? Good striking from both. It'll be banging, right? You should see some stuff. Maybe you might not see anything. Might be a good fight. Might not. Jeremy Stevens has been stuck. Calvin just fought Zabit, and nobody looks good versus Zabit, Rav. Nobody.
No, but he did have a fight of the night performance. It went 5 rounds. Yes, Zabit was able to control the standing kickboxing element of it. Actually, it was surprising that he stayed on his feet for most of that match, but was still able to out-kickbox Calvin Kattar. And frankly, when Zabit's not even using his main tool about how he's rising in the featherweight division, then Calvin Kattar is going to have a hard time with the other members of this division who have better stand-up. And like you said, Jeremy Stevens, I've seen him up against almost everyone. Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar. He's had wins over Renan Barao, Gilbert Melendez. Like, he has been in against the who's who of the division in the last 4 or 5 years. And yes, he's had that trouble against the top opponents, the top 10 people. He has not been able to beat. Like you said, he's kind of a gatekeeper. Yes. Like, if you can beat him, you're going to rise in the division. You're going to get that top 5 status. But if you're having trouble against Jeremy Stevens, you're not really going to break the top 10 in this featherweight division.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Jeremy Stevens is a lighter version. Lighter. I'm not even sure how old he is, but like a lighter version of Mike Perry.
Yep.
Like, just they all, those two guys like the bang. They just want to stand right with you in the pocket. No funny business. No Yair Rodriguez spinning kicks and shit like that. He just straight punches and lost brain cells. So this should be good for Jeremy Stevens. Calvin Kattar likes to box. He will stand there. They can swing. Jeremy Stevens will lose brain cells. It'll all be... Rav, let's talk about losing brain cells.
I know what you're going to talk about next.
You know it's going to be the knockout of the night. Like, if you want a knockout, it's like... If you're going to watch you want a knockout for boxing, you watch goddamn Tyson Fury, I guess now. But Deontay Wilder used to be the name. Francis, goddamn. Okay, this is the craziest part. You have that clip of Francis.
Yeah, absolutely. I got that lined up with the Overeem. Want to go ahead and play that?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I think he, when you watch Francis, Overeem ducks and weaves, knocked out. Look like SpaceX, bro. I thought Overeem transformed into the Japanese guy who's bought the first ticket on SpaceX.
Yes, the tycoon. Boom! Yeah.
And just, I thought he went Asian there for a minute. The craziest bit is, okay, you ready for this? Francis Ngannou did that. What we're watching now to Overeem. Did you see what Rozenstruik did to Overeem? Did you see the cut that he left him?
Yeah. That was about a year ago, right? I believe I did watch that fight.
Split like the pyramid, okay? From the lip all the way You could see his teeth through his gum. It was all the way up to his nostril. The cut, literally through. You could see that they were 2 pieces of his lip.
Yeah, so if you want to go watch that one, folks, it's definitely worth a watch. I remembered it, that's for sure. It's kind of hard to forget.
Looked like an episode of Oz, like just prison shanking, and somehow Rozenstruik knocked him the hell out.
And Ngannou's kind of on a hot streak. That's why they have him at the number 2 rank. He beat Curtis Blades, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos. So on that 3-fight win streak. And if he wins here against the more technical Jairzinho Rozenstruik, he is in line for the next title shot. People are thinking that Daniel Cormier doesn't want to face him. Has no reason to face him, but it looks like a possible match with Stipe, a rematch. So if you want to go and watch a high-quality stand-up match between 2 bombers, watch the Stipe and Ngannou fight, and you wouldn't be surprised with that.
76 matches, 64 knockout. Okay. He won 76 matches out of 85.
In kickboxing, right?
Yes, kickboxing. Won 64 of them by knockout. He knocks people out. But the thing with Francis is that if he touches you, he Thanos snaps your soul, bro. He hits you so hard your grandma feels it, okay?
You just saw him one-punch knockout Alistair Overeem. I mean, yeah, he hit him on the ground, but he didn't need to hit him. He was already following like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, except this time it wasn't held up by engineering.
Jorge Masvidal would say it best. He's like, what do you mean it wasn't necessary? It was extremely necessary.
Are you talking about where he hits that random stranger in the bathroom when these guys jumped him?
Oh my God. People just don't even understand he's a straight savage, bro. You knocked out the 2 guys, you run to the bathroom to let it all cool down, all of a sudden someone comes in to take a piss and you knock him out just because you think he might be with the other guys.
So go watch that. This was a interview with Chael Sonnen, and Chael is like, but why did you do that? Well, I couldn't take the chance. Couldn't risk it, was his answer. Go watch that. The logic is just it's kind of funny. It's a different world.
It's street, bro. It's street shit, eh?
All right, and what a lot of people's favorite match, Henry Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz. A lot of people calling the cringe versus the Cruz. How do you feel about Henry Cejudo? He's kind of taken the MMA world by storm. He's got to be one of the most promising up-and-coming champions, and really could vie for being the first 3-division champion ever. You could say he's the odds-on favorite of attaining that, if he could even move up to a 3rd weight class. What do you think? I know Dominic Cruz is one of your favorite fighters.
Yeah, you said it best. Cringe. I hate the cringe. I hate Henry Cejudo's stick. It's just not. I just don't like it. Right? I can't criticize it because he's a winner. From what I've heard, he got taken away and put in some goddamn Olympic training center and just became a monster. Like, the guy's the highest level of athlete you can get. He is a specimen. The thing is that Dominic Cruz is a different level. Highly intelligent, works hard, accident prone, different striking. He's got good enough wrestling to try to push off Henry Cejudo. Do you think it'll be enough, though, Rav?
I don't. I'm one of those believers. Henry Cejudo is really the complete specimen at the moment, and he is going to control the fight. He's going to be looking to close the distance, and he's going to be looking to keep it close. And he's going to be trying to get this to the ground. Maybe not necessarily trying to finish it. This very well could go 5 rounds. This is for the Bantamweight Championship. But Dominic Cruz, I just have the record here on screen, except for his recent loss against Cody Garbrandt, where he hadn't fought in a while. Went 5 rounds. He really has a near flawless record. Just that first loss to Uriah Faber in the WEC, but coming back to the UFC, was able to beat Uriah Faber for the bantamweight championship, defending it.
2-1, I think, because he beat him twice, right? Yeah.
He's at least once.
He lost to him in WEC.
Yeah, he lost in WEC.
But then he beat him in the UFC early, 132, and then he beat him again at 199.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that right now. Yeah, right. 5-year difference, and he was able to close it out, unanimous decision.
The way he fights is different. People like, can he go 5 rounds? He can go fucking 5 rounds. Okay, he can go 5 rounds. Can he strike with enough fucking power to knock people out? He can. He has. It's usually not done. He can submit you, not really that often, but he can do it, right? He's kind of like a unorthodox, like somewhat reminiscent of GSP, where he's super intelligent about the fight. He knows what he's doing. I just don't feel like I just don't feel like it's a safe bet. Like you always say, the heart says this, but the mind is not behind it.
Well, we'll get our predictions here in just a brief moment. We'll just talk a little bit about our main card. Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje. How excited on a scale of 10 are you?
10.
10 for 10. Nice.
Violence. I don't even understand how anybody can. This is. Okay, I need Tony to fight Khabib. That has to happen. Allah has to stop protecting him. Okay? Khabib has to be fed to the fucking lions. Let Tony get his hands on him. But this is even more exciting than the Khabib fight to me. This is way more exciting. Khabib versus Tony. That's 2 really good athletes going against each other. Not sure what'll happen. But Tony versus Justin Gaethje, Rav, you and I both know at least 4 to 7 brain cells are not making it out. 100%.
4 to 7 million. They're going to be a lot of punches thrown here.
Blood, bro. Blood.
Now, how do you see the different advantages and disadvantages go in this fight? How would you rank the general stats? Stand up, ground, kind of experience, ringmanship, that type of thing.
Tony and Justin Gaethje, okay? Tony will push you. Doesn't matter if your fucking conditioning's good. Yves Edwards, was it?
Yes,
Yves Edwards
Yves
did the
Edwards,
Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast, and he said that he's not sure if Tony Ferguson feels pain. And then Josh Thompson said that he thinks Tony Ferguson actually enjoys pain, and he just goes into it. So he's gonna push Justin Gaethje up against the fence, which he has been done before. Michael Johnson and Dustin Poirier. I think the elbows from Tony are good. What do you think about those?
They're unique. They're unique. Nobody else throws them from the bottom and gets cuts and significant damage, but he's the only one. He also throws up quite a few submissions and is very dangerous off his back on the top as well.
Ted Planet. This is the thing. Who's got better wrestling? Fucking Justin Gaethje, without a doubt. Justin Gaethje is NCAA Division 1. Okay? 7th place in it, but still Division 1. Tony Ferguson is NCWA wrestling, okay? Not NCAA,
Mm-hmm.
not the top of the list, right? He won it. He had a decorated career at that level, but he wasn't at the top he wasn't at the top. And when you saw him fight Kevin Lee mounted him, man. But Tony Ferguson, like you said, he's got the best ground game he's got the best ground system for where he wants to go. Eddie Bravo's unique, weird, looks for different things. Darce, man. I could see the Darce coming in. could see Tony Darsing, Justin Gaethje.
Absolutely.
What do you think about the hands, though?
The hands, they're both good. They both have knockout power. They both can take it the distance. You could argue that they're fairly evenly matched in the stand-up. With perhaps
Gaethje has more power.
Yeah, maybe Gaethje with a little more power. With Ferguson, a little bit more of a sustained attack, a little bit more of a unorthodox style.
Who do you think? Who's got the better gas tank?
It has to be Ferguson.
Oh, you're right.
It has to be Ferguson.
He's got the deepest in the UFC, man.
That's arguable, but he's in the contention.
I don't think it is. I don't even think it is, man. Like, I've watched enough Joe Rogan, bro. I'm Joe Rogan educated. Okay, they'd say it. Everybody on that show that comes on that's like associated with the UFC, they all say Tony Ferguson's some weird goddamn cardio machine.
All right, well, let's put your money where your mouth is. We're going to be going starting from the prelims at the very, very bottom. You're going to go how you think the fight is going to go and by what way and then what round, that type of thing.
You just want all these fights, eh?
We're gonna go one after another. So you go first, and then I'll go first in the next one, and we'll switch back and forth. That way, no one's copying or anything like that. We'll get these real. So Uriah Hall, Ronaldo Souza, go. What do you think? Who's gonna win that, and how?
Souza, submission. Might be second or third round.
Okay. All right. I like that. I'm gonna say Uriah Hall by decision.
Ooh.
So in the next one, I'm going to go with my girl, the karate hottie, Michelle Waterson. Excuse me. I'm going to say decision going 3 rounds.
Her level of attractiveness, like it's mandatory that you vote for her. The Korean or the karate hottie.
Do you think they're going to be fighting with pillows and it's going to go the distance, or do you think there's going to be a stoppage?
I think Michelle Waterson TKO.
TKO, nice.
Oh.
All right, so she's going to go by knockout. So who do you like in the grappling match?
Werdum. Like,
how?
He's 80cc champion. He's going to submit this motherfucker. Give him the choke.
So he's going to be submitted at some time. Okay, I've went back and forth on this because I don't know how Fabricio Werdum is going to look. Like I said, is he going to be overweight? Is he going to be in shape? Is he really, really focused to take on a game opponent? Oleinik has been active. So, I've liked Oleinik's last couple of fights. He doesn't look amazing, but he gets the job done. But I think the grappling is going to cancel each other out. I think Werdum is going to have the better hands. I think that he's been the better stand-up fighter. I'm going to say Werdum is going to get a knockout here in I'll say second round. That's what I'll go. All right, and I'll go first. Anthony Pettis, Donald Cerrone. I think history will not repeat itself. It's going to be Donald Cerrone is going to get a first round knockout. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Go. What do you think?
Jesus. Donald Cerrone, TKO, second round. The first round prediction is absolute bananas.
Okay. I'm feeling it. Yeah. He's going to come right. All right. Okay. We're rolling right through this. Okay.
Greg
Hardy, De Castro. What do you think?
Greg Hardy, because they're going to try to build his name. And Jorgen De Castro must be a feeder, like some type of feed.
So he's getting a payoff to boost up Greg Hardy.
I don't think he's going to pay off, but Joe Silva's probably working overtime to give Greg Hardy a decent fight.
Well, he hasn't lost a fight yet. He's a perfect 5-0 in mixed martial arts. It's his first UFC fight. So what do you think? You think Hardy's going to take it?
Greg Hardy.
Okay.
As
how?
long as he stays away from the fucking puffers. And I think it's going to be decision.
Nice. 3-round decision. Okay, you're going to go decision? All right. I've also been back and forth on this one. I'll say Hardy will have the better training. He is over at American Top Team, and he's living there. He lives in the dorms right beside the gym, and he's taking this fight game very seriously. I think that he's getting the best training in the world right now at that gym. That's just my opinion. I'm going to say Greg Hardy, first round knockout. All right, my turn. Jeremy Stephens, Calvin Kattar. Again, fight I've been going back and forth on. Stephens has just had a number of losses recently, but the thing is, Yair Rodriguez, one of the best in the world. You're losing against Zabit. You're losing against Frankie Edgar. Like, these are all either championship contenders or a former world champion. I'm going to say he's going to pull it out. I'll think he's going to play it smart, going to go for the decision. He's going to try to get this win and get him back in the win column, going to get some money.
So you think it's Stephens?
Stephens in decision. That's my call.
So I got stuff for you. Stephens, he's been training. Tony Ferguson. There's some pretty funny stories about how Jeremy Stephens was running at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and Tony Ferguson was chasing him saying the boogeyman's going to get you and shit. And, yeah, like if you train with Tony Ferguson, but he didn't even seem like he pulled the trigger even in his last fight. Like, I just not happy with him. I think that the possibility is that he'll win. I still like Calvin Kattar. I'm gonna go Stephens.
Okay.
Swing on him. Please pull the fucking trigger.
And how?
Just fucking knock him out. For fuck's sakes, please just.
Okay, what round?
Hands. Fuck.
You gotta just pick one.
Just go round one, Stephens.
Round one. All right, there you go. All right, now the big boys. A lot of people's favorite fight in this card: Ngannou, Rozenstruik. Who do you like and how?
So first, if the motherfucking ring survives this, okay, if someone does not take off, they better call NASA and get some goddamn permits, because Ngannou is gonna send Rozenstruik into fucking orbit with one punch. Like, Rozenstruik will strike with him, Rav, and he will light him up. He'll probably light him up once. Pretty fucking good. He might even cut Ngannou, wobble him. And Ngannou hits him once. Rozenstruik's dead.
Yes.
Dead.
So you like Ngannou by knockout?
Yo, fucking right, I do.
What round?
2.
Second round? Okay. This is another one I've been back and forth on. At first I was calling it for Ngannou. He's the favorite in this. He's the betting favorite. He's ranked higher. But one thing that caught me was thinking, this is a 3-round fight. And yes, Rozenstruik hasn't fought for a title yet, but Ngannou has been there. And I like Rozenstruik to control this fight. And where the conventional wisdom will say a knockout, I think this is going to be another case where you're going to have the big men trying to size each other up, trying to counter, not want to beat that one who gets counterpunched knockout. I'm going to say Rozenstruik by decision. No one's making that prediction, but that's what I'm going to go for. Yeah, I know. I'm going wild. I'm making the crazy picks. Now, Cejudo versus Cruz. You're going for the heart versus the brain. We know who that is. Everyone knows who that is.
Cruz decision.
So it was my turn to pick, but you know what? You just really wanted to get in there. Okay, you're going Cruz decision. Fine. You know what? I'm going Cejudo by decision is what I'm going to say. I think this is going 5 rounds. They both have the gas tanks. They're not going to expend themselves too early. They're not going to take too many risks in the first couple of rounds. And this is going to be a tactical chess match. And I cannot wait. Cruz, one of the most intelligent fighters in the UFC, and I love hearing him talk on the UFC desk. All right, the big boys. Fergie versus Gaethje.
Fergalicious, okay.
Oh, is he vicious?
He's peeing in his pants. Just absolutely beautiful. Tony Ferguson, okay.
Yep.
He is going to darce the fuck out of Justin Gaethje. He's gonna fuck him up. He's gonna hit him with elbows.
Yeah.
He's gonna put him into a fucking corner.
Yeah.
Justin Gaethje's gonna swing like wild. Tony Ferguson's gonna put a pace on Justin Gaethje like he's never felt in his goddamn life.
I love it.
And then he's gonna darce him.
Okay, so submission in what round?
Fucking. Is this a 5er?
This is a 5er. Yeah.
So 3rd or 4th.
Okay, submission in the 3rd or 4th. Oh, very good. That is a really good pick. I was going to pick that. I'm going to slightly change this up so we can have a winner or loser on this fight. And I'm going to say the exact same, but Ferguson is going to do it via TKO in the same rounds.
Likely. It could be.
I'll say, the second or third round.
This is one of those cards where I can actually tell you all of our picks could be fucking wrong.
Okay. No, I'm already changing one. Okay, Ferguson by decision. You know what? Gaethje, he gets to the end. He gets to the end of the fight, and I don't think he's been against anyone like Ferguson. Ferguson knocks people out in the second round and the third round. He doesn't let them continue. But I'm gonna say Justin has trained extremely hard for this. This is his chance. He's gonna gut it out and gonna be able to survive. Ferguson by decision. That's it. I'm calling it.
I'll change my bet. Okay, to include a clause. Okay, I'm gonna put a clause in there. Okay, there's absolutely no motherfucking way. I'll put my goddamn car. I just put 1,500 into today.
All right.
Okay, that. This does not go to decision.
Okay. There you go. That's the super secret, special, crazy bet. You're making that one. You're saying that one's not going to decision? Okay.
Fucking that one fight. Guaranteed Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje will not see a motherfucking decision.
Okay. And I'm gonna make a wild pick as well. Okay. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm going to say, and I thought the Ngannou Rozenstruik, that's going to go to decision. That's my crazy.
That is fucking crazy.
That there will not be a knockout in that fight. So there you go. Those are our two wild card picks. So we got it in the books. Any last minute, May 9th, Saturday, 10 o'clock. Ooh, it's a late night. We're going to be up late watching that. You want to commentate this with me, Waff?
Bet your bottom dollar.
All right, awesome. So any last words about the fights coming up? Anything you want to mention?
Just like this is if you want to see people lose brain cells, if you want to see warfare, you want to see violence, this is the card. I've never been able to say this is the card to see violence, and just be sure of it. This is going to be retarded. There's going to be bodies piled up outside the ring, okay? It's gonna be batshit crazy.
All right, so you're predicting Rwanda, and you know what? The matchmaker, Silva, he absolutely was putting people, I'll say guys, mostly guys, going forward and swinging for the fences. You absolutely have a card for this. What I'm most excited about, Fight Island. It's coming. I heard Dana White just say in June, middle of June is what it's set for. Octagon on the beach to train in. Fighters flying in from all over the world to get it done. Fight Island. And I'm thinking that this is the best card since UFC 100 is my prediction. And what I have to say, this 249, best since UFC 100. And we're all lucky. And then I also agree with you that there's such a pent-up demand for sports that people are not sure whether there's going to be a lot of buys on this. I think there's going to be a ton of buys, just like yourself. I think people are waiting for this, and you're going to see all sorts of sports channels like ESPN and all across the world. And they're going to be covering this, and you're going to see so much coverage, and people were fighting to get on this card. Everyone wants to be here. Not everyone can get here. A lot of American fighters. This is going to be exciting. I can't wait. This Saturday, our picks are in. We're going to be commenting, you and I. We're going to see if we can get through all these fights. I can't wait. We're going to have all these videos up on my YouTube. I'm Rav Exel. This is Waffen, UFC 249. See you there.
Peace.
All right. There you go.
How long?
Let's see.
21 minutes?
One second. That felt like more than 21. 2020.